Hello and welcome back to Henselite Victorian Open. Men's triples today on this Monday. And we've got a second round action between two teams that won their opening games in this sectional play. We've Andrew Caserta leading from Wedderburn. Craig Ward is second from Mumbolk, and Erik Markham skipping. He's also from Mumbolk. And then a few familiar faces in the other rink. Nick McIntyre, the general manager of Whittlesea Bowls Club. Former state player, current state selector for Victoria, leading. Benny Winther, also from Whittlesea, as his second. And recently new to Victoria, Blake Nairn as the skip. Plays for Clayton in the Premier League. He's just represented WA in the recent nationals up at Broadbeach in the Gold Coast, and you might have seen him in the BPL playing for Perth as well. So both teams won in the first game. The Blake Nairn rink picking up a 22-10 win, and Erik Markham's rink getting up 16-10. So plenty to play for in this one. He's Blake Nairn as we're sort of at the end of this first end. Just the skip's bowls to come. He's a little bit narrow there, I feel. Now, you might have to excuse this first head, as we have a lot of games to play in a day in this Vic Open. They don't get a roll-up in between games. So they've come from the grass, these two, and they're straight into on this slower carpet. It's exceptionally windy here at Shep Park today, so they'll adjust for an end or two on a pretty tight clock here at the Vic Open. Those who played in it before will understand. That's a cracking bowl from Erik Markham. Draws in a second for his rink. So Blake Nairn with some work to do now. Forehand at it, Blake Nairn, after discussions with his second, Benny Winther. 2 bowl triples. He needed to go a lot more positive on that one, on that line. So that'll be a couple to Erik Markham and his rink to get us kicked off here. Jump into the second end. Andrew Caserta getting us led off. You can see from the Wedderburn Bowls Club. Of course, if you're looking for results of other games that have happened this morning and, of course, the last few days here at the Vic Open, you can jump on the vicopen.com.au website, have a look for the draws and results menu on there, or download the Bowls Now app, which is definitely my preferred method. Navigate to results at the bottom, Bowls Vic, and you'll see the Henselite Victorian Open at the bottom there. You can pick your event and have a look at the scores, and if you want to see who's in the knockout games, jump on the final series, which is in each event as well. You'll be able to follow your favourite players at home from home. Try and get some live scoring happening in the next few days as we sort of all descend upon Shep Park. We've still got 4 or 5 clubs in action tomorrow: Hilltop, Tatura, Shep Golfy, Shepparton Park, and then we narrow it down on Wednesday to Shep Park and East Shep before we finish off on Thursday and Friday with all games at Shepparton Park. If you didn't join the stream this morning, we've moved under because it's exceptionally windy today here, and chances of rain later. As you can see, we're not on the ditch. We're a good rink and 2 rinks over even. Craig Ward, the second in this rink, just trying to improve on Andrew Caserta's red and black bowls. Pretty loose opening. They've come from grass, these two sides, so take him a little bit of time to adjust. Anyone who's played in the tournament before and you hop in between greens knows it's not easy to jump from one surface to another. It's often why the better bowlers win them tournaments, because they can adjust quicker. Penny Winther with his pretty cool looking black and white bowls there. Playing with the Aero Optimus. Quite a few sets of XGs in this game. Henselite, of course, a naming partner of this Victorian Open. A shop going here at Shep Park, so if you're in the area, get yourself down. Some cracking deals on bowls and bags and shoes and shirts. Better line for Ben Winther here, you think. Clear roll, and he's asking it to hurry as well. No one nailing it so far. Erik Markham, there his own bowl's coming forward. That's a very good shot. Brings Craig Woods forward. Blake Nairn feeling the cold this morning. He's held right up. Going to miss wide. It's probably just the one, I think. Don't think them front bowls can. So Erik, who brought Craig's bowl forward with his last, just looking to either do the same, get the plant on Andrew Caserta's bowl, and bring his own forward, or just draw a second. He's narrower out the hand with this one. But his weight possibly carries him to a second shot there. Possibly. You can see Nick McIntyre, who's leading in this ring, also getting involved in the calling of the head. So he's got stacks of experience. He's just trying to give some options for Blake to play. He's calling him to come quick through the two bowls in front, try and cannon them through. Blake's they've got all the bowls behind the jack. So he's gone whack. Oh, he gets it well. He might still be one down. A great hit. He had all the bowls behind, could have made a number, but didn't quite get the jack back as far as he would have liked. And they'll measure for shot from the angle I can see, which is never a great angle, side on. I think they're holding one, Erik Markham's ring, but we'll see how this measure pans out. It is the one to Erik and his ring. So 3-0 after 2 ends for them. Good hit by Blake Nairn, but getting pretty stiff on the result. So early lead for the composite combination of the two boys from Mumboldt Bowls Club over in the mountainous area of back into Melbourne. against the composite Whittlesea and Clayton side. Nick just putting up short. Andrew starting to find his range. Needing a pretty handy bowl there. See if we can double up. Anything inside of his is golden for him. Just a bit quick with this one. No messing about on the mat for Nick McIntyre. Straight up. Sends that bowl down. He's on a good track. All on his pace here. And he nails it with this one. Good stuff from Nick Mack. Sorry, just missing me some cameras here. So Craig Ward. It's a pretty good weight. Benny Winther just battling with the weight there as well. All right, opportunity. Benny Winther needs to get another bowl in here. Craig Wood's not changed anything with his, so he can get inside of that blue and white on the edge. Try and get down in front of Andrew Caserta's red and black. He can add another shot for his rink here. Not a million miles away if he catches the edge, but he's going to catch the wrong edge. Improve Craig Wood's position. Interesting to see what Erik Markham does here. Not really watched him play before, so now how aggressive he'll be at this. Probably not much on if he does try and run straight at it, but Andrew's behind, I guess. Let's see how aggressive he goes early doors. 3-0 up after a couple of ends played. On the forehand. He's reaching up and he's going to go pretty close here. What an effort. Terrific effort. Doesn't, unfortunately for him, get a good result, but I guess possibly that bowl can go without the jack now. Of Nick McIntyre's on the jack. He can be ultra positive. Try get it out. They've got the next 3 after, unless Blake Nairn changes something. Oh, he does. They probably only have the 1 second now, Erik. Second Craig Ward saying, you don't want to change too much, mate. Just a fraction more weight, so no ultra aggressive shot here. Just try and slightly adjust as per the instructions. It's a clear run here. If he gets a clear through there, Erik Markham, oh, cracking effort. 2 sensational bowls by him. Couldn't quite remove that bowl at McIntyre's. And they're on the scoreboard. Blake Nairn in his rink, so 3-1. So we go into the 4th end. 2 bowl triples, 15 ends, 2.25 hour time limit for this, but we haven't really been anywhere near the time limit for majority of play the last 3 and a bit days. A couple of singles games getting timed out, funny enough, but I don't think there was much in the pairs on the mixed or women's, men's and the triples today that have been timed out. So Blake Nairn in his Henselite t-shirt there. Terrific green and black and white. Nice looking shirt. There's Nick McIntyre starting to find his length now, starting to get his consistency. Yeah, he's winding up, Nick. And a couple. So Andrew Caserta, who's started off pretty well, just from that very short first one of his. Expect him to do that. Well, he's definitely further down the track. Just how much is this going to turn at the end? Grabs the second shot. Room for Benny Winter though. And Benny Winter add in. So some good work being done while this rink on this fourth end. Pretty quick so far this game. Hanging around any of these players. Narrow by Craig. Short to boot as well. So Benny Winter can add some pain if he can just play a very similar bowl to his last. Yeah, he does. So some work to be done now. That's 3. I think it's only 3. I don't think the front and Nick's counts. Craig probably doesn't want to get that flush. That's exactly what he does. So it will be 4. We'll hold him 4 anyway. Erik Markham's had a cracking start so far, so you'd expect him to go close to changing that. Whether he cuts a few down or whether he grabs a shot. Blake Nairn's going to go first. He's just going to try and shut the door as much as possible. See why the flag's there. The wind on the outside. I don't know where you put that camera to get that, Brad. Oh, needs to miss them bowls, does Blake. Not going to. Weight looked pretty handy. Right, Erik Markham, work to do, 4 down. Not a million miles away here. Catches the inside of that. Oh, great effort. Just finding holes though. Just disagreeing on shot there. Second and skip. Benny Winter saying come in on the backhand, just try and fill that little gap, make it difficult for Erik to get in. But Blake saying, nah, mate, I don't want to give him a jack-eye bowl to work with. So he comes the forehand. Doesn't add to the count. Knocks Andrew Caserta's over, so it's probably, well, it is definitely still 4. And, Erik Markham, who narrowly missed with his last, probably just wants to drop a foot away, and he'll go close to cutting it down or grabbing the shot. How's he gone? He's good out the hand again, he's Erik. They get a clear road on the blue and white. He does. Catch the inside of Nick McIntyre's. He just misses. He's definitely cut a bowl out though, I think. Might still be 3. One, 2, 3 coming out. They're going to look for 4. He might not have cut it out. Good pick up from Blake Nairn and his troops. Yeah, not warm today. Diane, it's cold across the northern part of the state, I think. It's just windy. It's what, I think 12 degrees and windy. Just a 3. Did cut one out. It's a 4-1. They'll lead now. Going into the 5th end. The second game of the men's triples sectional. Reminder, entries are open for the Henselite 2023 Vic Open to be held in the Gippsland area. Down Latrobe and pretty much from Druin all the way to Sale, with the hub being Tarragon and Morwell Bowls clubs. End of March into April next year. Cracking prize up for grabs if you enter at all for the event next year. You're going to the draw to win, courtesy of APT, a river cruise along the Mekong in Vietnam, valued at about $10,000. And a reminder, if you do enter this week before Friday, while this event is still in play, you'll get a double entry into the draw and also lock in the early bird price, which will save you $5 on your entries. You'll get the 2022 prize for 2023. A minimum of 100,000 prize pool at that event next year. So well worth getting your entry in this week and planning early. Good effort by Andrew Caserta. Gets the shot. Pretty good correction. Dropped that sort of 4 feet he needed to. Benny Winther trying to just copy his bowl almost and sit it. Just not quite getting back to it. Just didn't offer him a lot of turn there. Craig Ward going close to grabbing second shot. Benny Winther's very, very close. Screws off the wide bowl. The jack high bowl. Goes back across for shot. Great stuff by him. That's warm in Geelong, isn't it, Lance? 9 degrees, mate. What is it? I'll tell you, we've got a temperature clock underneath the roof here. I'll tell you when it comes up. It's Craig Ward all over the jack. Great stuff. Makes 2 for his rink. This is a real tit-for-tat game so far. Both sides playing big bowls, playing conversion bowls, changing the head. Real even contest. Nairn getting stuck wide there. Does work back across, but doesn't change anything. Sort of expect Erik Markham here to come forehand, just try and get around that yellow and blue, and Nick McIntyre's at the front. And try and add another to the count, holding a couple so far. He didn't do that. He played the open hand and dropped a little bit short. Blake wanting that to hurry. Doesn't. Still holding 2. Erik just going to try and prove his own on the backhand. He needs a foot or so to get another. Not with that, I don't think. But they'll retake the lead in this one. 5-4. After 5 ends, going in the 6th. A longer end here from Andrew Caserta. He's just dropped a bit short with his opener. Probably the first real change of tactic we've seen from either of these sides so far. And Nick McIntyre takes the open door, jumps straight on. Oh, Andrew Caserta came running at it. Went hanging around. Nick needs a clear road. He's going to be frustrated with that. Shaking his head and giving it a stare towards the way. Where you just got to miss one bowl and you lump straight into it. Benny went that again. Just wants to get a clear run. He does. Yeah, superb ball by him. Adds to Nick Mack's shot, so holding a couple now. Craig Ward's got a bit of work to do on the forehand. Try and draw in amongst that pack of balls behind the jack. Fair effort. Great weight for it. Just a little bit high. Benny went there looking for a repeat dose. Just didn't quite have the legs on this one. So holding a couple, like Nairn in his rink. As this seesaw game carries on, the sort of leads changed a couple of times early, and it's very even. Either side just controlling the end early and seeing it right out. And a couple more live streaming games coming up today. Got the third game from the section of the triples, which will be the final game, just after lunch, around about 1 o'clock. And then we'll bring you a knockout game after that. Play one knockout game today, and then got the mixed pairs coming in for an extra round tonight. So about 7 o'clock they'll be playing. Got the GOAT Alex Marshall around, so see if we can get him on the live stream. Erik missing with his weighted shot there, so Blake Nairn is trying to come around Benny Winters and Nick McIntyre's. Kind of surprised they haven't taken the open forehand, but I'm sort of presuming he doesn't want to leave a jack-high bowl there. Played that pretty well. Kind of a good home. Doesn't count, I don't think, but it's one behind for him. So it's always needed. Erik Markham, who went with a bit of pace with his bowl before, has pulled that back a bit for this one. And he just goes sailing under. And Blake just needing to beat his last. Yeah, you're right, Jeff. It's certainly a long spring this year, or a long winter, depending on which way you look at it. Just be the 2 to Blake Nairn's ring. So after 6 ends, they'll lead 6-4 going into the 7th. Apparently, it's not going anywhere till January, someone told me last night. That classic, I know someone from high up in state government who knows these sort of things conversation, so take from that what you will. Yeah, cracking start again by Nick McIntyre. He's definitely found his groove the last few ends. He's starting to dominate up front. Andrew Caserta is going to have to find a way going with him, otherwise be a bit of a tussle. One of them formats 2-bowl triples, if your lead is on, it changes the shots of everyone behind you. The seconds of the opposition are chasing, trying to change heads quickly, and you've only got to miss a couple of times, even narrowly, and you've got no bowls left in their head, and you can start dropping numbers. So Andrew Caserta is going to have to find a way going with Nick McIntyre. His first one was pretty handy, but Nick McIntyre jumps straight on again. He sure has, Jeff. He's a hell of a player, Nick McIntyre. Represented Victoria on numerous occasions. Played in the biggest events. Won the biggest events. Current state selector as well now, and the general manager at Whittlesea Bowls Club. He's a pretty stacked rink, this one, Benny Winter. Of course, recent runner-up in the Australian Open pairs. His good mate Brett Spurt. Played in the VBL as well for the Dandenong Poles. Has Craig Ward gone out? I don't mind it out the hand. Craig Ward, what a bowl. Superb. Cracking shot by him. Just draws the shot clean. Top work. Reminder, tomorrow's our first day of knockouts. It's also our Pancare Day. It's a Wear It Purple Day. Support of our charity part of Pancare. Also got the Mega Bowl across lunchtime, which is starting to fill up now as people are knocked out of other events. $500 up for grabs, $5 entry fee. We've also got the fantastic Pancare tournament shirts for sale as well. All I know is we're getting pretty low on stock, so if you're in the area and you want one of them amazing shirts, cracking design on them this year as well, you better be quick. Right, blank Nairn we work to do now. Craig Ward trying to get to the back where the jack's probably going to go. If the connection gets made, it'll go towards Benny Winter's black and white bowl. Is on the right of screen. Got a pretty good drive on him, Blake Nairn, so if he has that option, if he wants to go to it. He's cooked up a plan. Benny Winter said, I like it, mate. We don't know what that plan is just yet, but we're going to get to see it pretty soon. Can't quite work out if he's going weight or a swinging weight. Don't think it's big weight. Yeah, it's swinging weight. How's he gone? He's pretty close here. Very close. It's going to happen here. Oh, what an effort. Doesn't quite manage to manufacture the shot. Still one to Craig Ward. It's blue and white one on the jack. Cut a lonely figure in there, that bowl though. I think if you're Erik Markham, for me, and I'm often wrong, I can see him looking at the backhand. I'd be trying to draw inside on the forehand of that yellow and blue and black and white ones and Nick McIntyre and Benny Winters. I'd be trying to just get slightly behind the jack in there, but I think he sees it different. Goes pretty close to add in. Doesn't quite get there though. So Blake Nairn. Again, we'll work to do. Anything can happen here. Edge of that bowl. Oh, he gets the jack, but not all of it. Craig Ward's blue and white still have shot. Yeah, Erik just asking where the orange ball was in relation to the jack. It's probably a ball behind the jack, so no danger. Just got to try and sit that orange for another shot. If he sits it clean and gives it a few rolls over, he's got the possibility of making three. He's a bit wide for that one. So it'll be all tied going in at end 8 of this one. Clicking into the second half of the game. And a real nip and tuck game. Quite enjoyable, actually. No one's really taking it by the scruff of the neck. See the trees bristling in the background. All the players rugged up on the grass greens outside. And we're nice and toasty at 12 degrees under the roof here. In me shorts and hoodie. Yeah, Nick McIntyre just grabbing the shot there, but plenty of room for Andrew. You feel this will be the tussle where they can get hold of each other at the front, set it up for their rink quite well. Is if he can run this out as far as he can, Andrew. Nick McIntyre trying to just drop a tiny bit of weight. He might have dropped a bit too much on this one. See the wind on the camera there, just a nudge, but open head here. So Benny went through an opportunity with his first to try and dominate. And dominate is what he does. Grabs a shot there. Craig Ward sticking on the forehand. Probably trying to play through one of them black and reds of Andrew Caserta's. Bring it in for shot. Close to catching the edge of that one. Not fully though. It's almost an identical bowl to his last. Pretty unfortunate result really. It's a fraction tighter to hit the bowl cleaner. And Benny Winther doubles up. Now hold a couple as the skips got to play their bowls. Optimus and Benny Winther. 5 sets of XGs and them Optimas being used in this rink. Persisting with the forehand is Erik. Hasn't just tried to draw him off on the backhand. He called Craig on this forehand and he's persisting with it. I think he's definitely trying to play through them bowls of Andrew Caserta's. They're finding though that it doesn't quite do what you think it's going to do on this forehand. Bit of breeze coming in from the corner. So they're Nairn's going to try and fill his boots on the backhand, as Benny Winther did. He hurry that one in for another shot. I reckon it gets in. So I reckon that's 3 now to Blake Nairn. This could be a pivotal moment in the game. locked up at 6-all, just into the second half. Erik Markham's going to need a bowl here. Has he improved at all? He's definitely trying to play them bowls in of Andrews Caserta's. I think he's just kind of fallen into the trap of only focusing on that. I think before Blake Nairn's last bowl, there was definitely room to just draw in on the backhand, sorry, for him and his rink, but persisted with that forehand, and neither him nor his second Craig could get it. Blake's going to want to run this one out. I think he might have left just jump in there, possibly. Benny went to claps him, so I think it's 4. It's 3 coming out. Probably stick a measure on this one. It is the 4. A 10-6 they'll lead now. That's a great pickup, especially when the game is so tight. So 10-6. It's just blown the lead open in this one. Stuff from Nick Mack. It's a good second shot from Andrew Caserta there. Self options in the head. Benny Winter just pulling short on that one. So see how aggressive Craig Ward gets here. Any jack movement, now the ball's behind, but Eric's going to call him on the backhand. Wouldn't have minded seeing a little 6 feet away on the forehand. Can Craig hurry this out though? Can he hurry? Oh, just gives up. Absolutely nailed the line there, just didn't have the trip. Very close. It's one for him to promote with his next though. So Benny Winther going to want to try and get another in there. And he goes to an exceptionally good home. The possibility of adding another as well. Very, very good bowl by him. So Craig Ward just going to try and promote his own, you would imagine. Extra foot away and he's going to be golden. And he can't promote his own on this occasion. Blake. A bit quick with that one. Turned his back on it pretty quickly. Sometimes you just know you haven't done what you wanted it to do. Oh, Erik. Imagine he's going to be trying to get to that blue and white crowd wards at the front of the head. We'll see how he goes. He's trying to push it a foot or so forward. But he misses wide. And Blake Nairn trying to add. With his last ball of this end. 9th end of 15. Bit quick, and he probably chips Benny Winters out. That was in for a shot. It's probably only one down now. See how he goes. Erik. He hits that ball at all, he's going to either bring it under the yellow and blue, or he'll knock it in for a shot. See how he goes. I don't think he likes that out of the hand, and I think he might be slightly wide again. Just the one to Blake Nairn and his rink. So that'll be 5 shots in 2 ends they've picked up to take an 11-6 lead. Right, so Nick Mack all over it again. As Andrew Caserta just pulling up short. Just starting to slip away from these boys after they were all nip and tuck at the start. Dropped 5 in 2 ends. And Blake Nairn and his troops just starting to turn the screw a bit. They would have been the bookies' favourites going into this one, but as everyone knows with these type of tournaments, these type of big events, you got to be on your game every end, because no mugs here. Very close for Ben Winter here. Tickles the jack over to Nick Mack's bowls. It's a very good 3 now. And short from Craig. So Ben. Try and add another. Don't want to drop another number here. Erik Markham and his rink. So it'll be starting to run out of ends. They do. Draws to his own. So needs to make sure he reaches now. Does Craig Ward. Nothing for a short ball here. Nothing behind the jack. Nothing particularly close to the jack either. So he needs to steady himself. And yeah, no dice. He's short. So grim reading for Erik Markham as he makes his way back up to the mat. Blake Nairn will go first, but I won't repeat what I think Erik Markham's saying as he walks back to the mat. Didn't look overly pleased with his front end there. 4 short bowls by about 5 feet, 4 feet. Blake adds another. So a stack of work to do for Erik Markham. Five down on the scoreboard as well. So 2 bites to do something. Where's he gone? Erik Markham. Pushes. Nick's closer, but I reckon he's cut out at least. He's cut out 1. Benny Winter says we've still got 4 to Blake. Hard to tell on the side angle I'm on. I'm sort of commentate mainly off the screen anyway. And you can see what I can see, so it's hard to sort of see exactly how many they got. Blake Nairn adds another, so that'll be 5. And Erik Markham faces the same situation as he did before he played his last one. 5 down. 5 down on the scoreboard as well. Doesn't want to drop this 5. Let's see what he can do. The man from Monbolk. And that was no good. So that'll be 5, I think. We'll count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Benny Winter's adamant it's 5, I can tell. And even the second Craig Wood there sort of pointed to Benny's bowl. And you can see with that measure, big 5. So it's 10 shots picked up in 3 ends for Blake Nairn and his rink to take a ginormous 10-shot lead, considering where we were 3 ends ago. Another great lead bowl from Nick. Just a foot or so weight required. He's been very, very consistent the last 4 or 5 ends. Probably made all the difference and given Benny Winter the opportunity just to play some draw shots rather than having to change things up. But Andrew Caserta goes with him here. Grabs a shot. Great reply from Nick. Andrew Caserta. He's close again. Can he get the inside of that Nick's bowl? Goes very close. Grabs a second shot. Good stuff by him. Cracking bowls from both leads. Great stuff by Benny Winter there. Changes the head, gets the jack back to Nick Max, and they're holding 3. Starting to be real dominant in this game, this ring. Yeah, Andrew freezing down here, buddy. We're about 13 degrees out. We're in a very long, extended spring/winter period. Apparently got warmer weather a foot later in the week. But we're battling the wind today. Not very high temperatures and a stack of wind. It makes for a cold day. Right, just a little bit quick, but goes to a good home at the back there. Nothing wasted for him there. Because Erik's the one that's going to have to make things happen. 10 shots down. This plus 4 more to go. So that was just a 1. Yeah, I've seen the jack go. I was trying to talk on a phone at the same time as Nick McIntyre leads an absolute bomb. 17-6 on this one. No. Starting to get away from Erik Markham and his troops. It'll be tough for them to overhaul this one now, especially the form Blake, Ben and Nick are in. Just dropping that one a bit short. He's got one sitting on top of the jacks, that's all good. Yeah, Benny they're going a good home there. Going to be trying to tap the bowl on the jack, get some movement on that jack. Anything behind's golden for them. Craig short, which is not ideal. Benny Winther just trying to hang on the inside. Does. Grabs a second. Close from Craig. Gets the tap. That's a very good job. Benny Winther put that one back there. He's still holding. Good shot from Craig Ward though. That might make it more difficult for Erik to get to on the forehand to try and clip Ben's out. It's not an amazing looking journey into that head for him. Short bowls galore. I'll have to just reach up and hope for the best. Nairn running this one in a hurry. Oh, he's changed something. I don't know if he's giving the shot away though. Eric's going to come and have a look because it changed. A sensible thing to do. Judging there's still one down by the way of looking at it. Blake didn't give the shot away. What's he gonna do, Erik? Just the one. Again, to Blake and his crew. 3 ends left in this one. And they lead by 12. So yeah, be pretty confident. Pretty confident this one's almost signed up for the boys. I think McIntyre so quick on the mat. He's rolled on it as soon as his opposition has stepped on it, stepped off it. Wastes no time, just trying to beat his own. That's exactly what he does. Grabs the shot. Caserta just going a bit deep on that one. Reminder, a couple more games coming up today for you. Got the round 3 game after this, and then a knockout game before we go into some mixed pairs action tonight in this Henselite Victorian Open. Benny went that, and he grabbed the jack. He gets a little nibble of it. 2 to him, 2 to his rink. Craig Wood a bit narrow. That's what he was trying to do. A million miles away though. So Benny went that. He's going to probably try and get that small trail on the jack back behind his own, towards where Nick's is on his backhand. Just a little bit wide, but goes to a good home. Splits them 2 bowls up. 3 bowls even, with Craig's at the back of his opposition. Change your hand for Craig, but he's still wide, or he's wide. So still 2 to Blake Nairn rinks. With this plus 2 more to come. So lead by 12 if they win this end. They'll win one more end. Game over. Or it's this, the next, or the last. And they'll take 2 wins into the last game in this sectional. Both these teams winning their first game, so put them in an exceptionally strong position, especially with if they can maintain these shots different. Blake Nairn trying to get that trail, almost nails it perfect. Very, very close to doing exactly what he wanted to do. Erik Markham, as he has the last few ends, has got a bit of work to do. He has a little run at this, and he is close. Gets all 3. What a shot from Erik Markham. Gets all 3 bowls out the head. It's a fantastic hit by him. Doesn't even get a round of applause from his teammates. Poor bloke. I'll give him a round of applause. Blake Nairn just goes and draws a shot. So Eric's going to have to go from the classic drive to draw. That'll be 1 to Blake Nairn in his ring. And now we'll secure the game with 2 ends to go for him. 13 in the front. 2 left to go. McIntyre leading off good again. He's been very, very consistent after he settled in to this indoor green here at Shet Park. Coming from the grass outside, took him a few to settle in, but he's been exceptionally consistent from about the 3rd or 4th end onwards. Benny Winter's played some big bowls, and Blake never really has had to play too many huge bowls, but he's added when required. So, job done for this rink. They'll be like maximising their shots up now for these last 2 ends. Nick's on a narrower line. Weight's pretty handy. It's a 2 in and around the jack. Andrew Caserta almost grabs the shot. I think it's still one to nick the front bowl in front of the jack. Penny went that nearly there. It's a Craig Ward. I don't know which one. Eric's sort of saying him you pick. Go on his backhand. So, if you just tuned in, this one was 6-all after 7 ends. And Blake Nairn and his troops went 4-1-5, 1-1-1. Sounds like a good phone number. They've taken this game away from Erik, Markham and his troops. So, look, up until that point at 6-all, it was a cracker. It was real nip and tuck. They all had good bowls. All 6 players on the rink. As Craig Ward drew the shot with his last. Benny Winther trying to play up and through one of his own here. Needs a result. Gets it over. Nicks across. And Nicks will be the shot bowl there. Another great bowl from Craig. I keep missing his good bowls. I'm trying to send text at the same time, so my apologies. He's played 2 rippers that end. Straight on the Nick's bowl. Played it out. So Blake. He knows the game's already won. Doesn't have to worry about. Not too stressed about getting the shot here, but so I think you'll probably see him play fairly aggressive. I reckon that's his default when he wants to have fun. So I'll wait and see what he does. And sure enough, he does. Looking for Bear Jack, Blake Nairn. Ooh. Stuck a lick of paint off the side of that jack. He was that close. He's going for Bear Jack in the pit. Follows it in as a toucher. Would probably make it 3. Craig Ward telling Erik to draw to the tee. I reckon when the game's already lost, you could have a bit more fun than that, but hey ho. He draws another in. So Blake will go again, I could almost guarantee it. And he winds up. Winds up big. And as I look, he's real big. Oh, yeah. He smashes the jack off the green. Out of the rink. And they'll hold one. Bit of room though for Erik. He's got to beat the yellow and blue and Nick's. Probably got 2.5, 3 feet to draw a shot. Probably only needs another 2 foot on his last. Great hit by Blake Nairn via other bowls. And has Erik gone out? I reckon he's drawn it. Didn't waste a lot of energy in doing so, but draws the shot and breaks the run of ends going in the last. 19-7 now, heading into the last end of this game. As I missed an end on the scoreboard, my apologies. So, into the last end now. Game over in terms of who's the winner. We know that's going to be McIntyre, Benny Winther and Blake Nairn. The boys from Mumbolk and Wedderburn just trying to rescue some pride and probably cut the shots down if they can and give themselves an opportunity of winning the last and crossing their fingers that Blake and his crew lose. See if they can sneak through. It's a ripper start from Andrew Caserta. All over it. And a cracking reply from Nick Mack. Andrew, no. Still holds the shot. See Matty Flapper walk past. He's won his second game. Him, Cam Keenan and Kobe Cromie. Watched them this morning. Nick Mack just drifting under. Added the foot or two that Blake asked him to add. So I guess a very good home behind. It's Craig Ward with the first of his last 2 bowls in this game. Flying through the time here. No danger of being timed out. 2 1/4 hours, the time limit. Benny Winter sailing through. Craig Ward splits Nick Max off. Changes the head. One to him still. Possibly 2. I think it's just the one. I think the blue and yellow are Nick's at the back. His second shot. Slightly more open for everyone now. Benny Winter giving this a fair stalk. Jackal bowl's good for him. Not the gap. Gets the bowl to the jack and makes a couple for his rink. The skips. Come to their last couple of bowls. So it'll be Blake Nairn and his crew on 2 wins, Erik on 1. Can't quite see the other game in this section. It's on the grass at the back. Erik Markham, just a bit wide with that one. Blake Nairn not adding all that. Still 2 to him in his ring. And Erik Markham with his last bowl, trying to change up. There you go. Not a bad track. All on his weight now. Erik Markham, have you got the trip? No. Cuts it back to 1. So worst case, this Blake Nairn does something outrageous. Just with the 1 down. Trail's good for Blake. He's got a couple behind, a few behind. Has he made the trip on this one? Oh, nearly sits Erik's ball down, but that'll be it. 20-7. Blake, Ben, and Nick will take this one out. And a reminder, we'll be back about 45 minutes time for a round 3 game. It's Henselite Vic Open. Join us then. Thank you.
Henselite bowls have helped me achieve my greatest dreams, one of the most special being a gold medal at the Commonwealth Games. No matter where I am in the world, my Henselite bowls suit any surface and feel comfortable in the hand.
The Get Active Victoria app is an easy way to step into everyday activity with videos on yoga, dance, low impact and more. Set your own goals and track your progress. Download the free Get Active Victoria app today.